How's it going, guys? We're going to show you how to put together a gaylord box onto a pallet. My assistant Theo is going to walk you through it. It's going to be the first step of the entire process that we're going to show you how to put these desktops into a gaylord box.
Alright guys, sounds good. Here we go right here. Hold this right here. Down on the side. Put a piece of tape down the middle of the gaylord. One should do fine. That way it'll hold it.
Turn it upside down, right?
Place it correctly on the pallet, turn it upside down.
Yeah, make sure.
Go.
Make sure there's no overlap down at the bottom. And now you're ready to load it up. Well, guys, we're going to show you how to pad the inside of the gaylord to keep from the desktops moving from side to side, just in case anything hits on the side of the gaylord. The desktops will be perfectly fine through transit. We're only going to do these two sides here, and then these two sides are the only ones that will be open with no bubble wrap in between. So first what we'll do, grab one side of the bubble wrap, and you'll secure it on this side with some tape. And you just want to make sure it kind of goes down the best you possibly can on the sides. And tear it off of the roll. And then we'll do it again all the way down to the edge of the gaylord. There's a little bit more padding in here for any kind of impact on either side of the gaylord. Now we're going to show you how to properly put these desktops into the gaylord. Theo, can you grab one of these desktops? One thing I would like to mention is to be on the safe side, if you have a step ladder and you can use a step ladder to actually put them in the gaylord, that would be a really good option for you. We don't have a step ladder at the moment, so we'll use my tall friend Theo to put him inside.
Hey guys. Alright, so now we're going to safely secure and put our stuff in here. We're going to place this front against the cardboard over here. Place this back part facing outward into the box more.
And this is to make sure the tab doesn't get broken in transit.
The tab's in the back.
The tab's
right
in
there.
the back, yes.
That little tab.
And you want to make sure when we're putting these in that the rubber pieces that are on the bottom are always stay on the bottom of the desktops. And that helps from getting scratched up in transit. And as you see, we have 2 rows of 5, and we're going to put 2 rows right down the middle, the opposite direction, so we can fit, because we don't have enough room to do them the same way as these others.
And the same way, this back piece is going to face towards this way, and this piece is going to face towards the end of the box.
One little thing you may have to adjust as you go, because you want to make sure that there is enough room to put these on the side. So make sure that they're flush against this side of the gaylord on your short sides. And that way you can fit 2 rows right here. Since we've got a little bit of room over here, we have a little bit of room over there, we're going to put a little bit of bubble wrap inside the area, the voided areas, just to make sure that any kind of impact on the side of these is not going to mess with the desktops at all. You know what's going into here. Best thing to do is to get you a long piece and just fold it up a couple of times. And you can slide it. Slide it in. Just the one thing you want to make sure is that any kind of impact on the side is not gonna hit the bubble wrap before it hits any of the desktop. And since we have the rubber on the bottom of the desktop, we'll be able to put another layer right on top of this, just like we did with the first row. And you won't have to put any bubble wrap in between, as long as you have those rubber on the bottom. And so for the next layer, what we're going to do is want to get more bubble wrap. And we're just going to layer right on top of them. And then we're going to fill in each side. Fill the void on each side to make sure that, again, no impact is going to hurt the desktop.
also should how it should look right here when you're filling it in, making sure that everything is safe and secure, that when it takes the impact, if it does on the sides, that everything will be nice and secure. And just make sure you fill it into the top as you go level to level.
You do want to make sure that it doesn't bubble out too much because it'll just, that gives it more chance to hit another pallet when it's going into the trailer. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to lay them flat. This is why we put this little bubble wrap down, and so the impact is not great. As you see we're putting the tabs on the outside just in case anything happens to these, they don't break off the back tabs on the desktops. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to fill in the outsides with the bubble wrap, and there's an even amount a little bit. And then so right now we're going to go through and we're just going to fill all the void with bubble wrap. And we put some bubble wrap on top just in case anything is put on top. We just want to take all the precautions we can. And now we're going to, Theo's going to demonstrate how to put together the gaylord top. Now I'm going to show you how to assemble the gaylord lid. Theo's going to demonstrate.
All right. I'll put it on that side.
So the small tab will go inside and the bigger tab will go on the outside. You tape one side around and then one on the gaylord itself. That way it keeps it where it is as you're going around and taping the other edges. If it bubbles out a little bit, you can do an extra tape. So now I'm going to explain to you how to wrap the pallet around. We're going to go around probably 3 to 4 times to make sure that it's secure and nothing's going to pop off or the actual gaylord moving off of the pallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom. And we're just going to tape on the corner. using his thumb as a tension to tighten it down across, because you want to get it as tight as you possibly can, and it makes a big difference in transit the tighter you get it. And he's going to come over on the top a little bit too as well. Again, as secure as we can make them.
Alright.
You can even put a piece of tape over here on the end of the wrap just to make sure it's secure. About it.